The Roman Empire was reduced down to a single city, but it was still Rome. Then the sieging cannons began to fire. Constantinople's walls had resisted for centuries, and its name still carried the definite weight of an entire empire. Inside those walls stood Emperor Constantine XI. He now only commanded streets, towers, and a shrinking population that understood exactly what was coming. Outside waited Sultan Mehmed II, young, ambitious, and determined to finish what others had failed to do so for 1,000 years. Constantinople had survived countless sieges before. Arab armies, Bulgarians, Crusaders, the walls had always held, but 1453 was completely different to any other year. The invention of gunpowder changed the world's balance forever. The Ottomans brought massive cannons built specifically to break these specific walls. Each blast cracked stone that had stood for a long time. Repairs were made at night, but every wave of attacks damaged the area. Inside the city, there were perhaps 50,000 people of Rome left. Food was rationed, reinforcements from Western Europe were discussed, but literally nothing arrived in time. Constantine's defenders were a mixture of Byzantine troops and foreign volunteers. They fought to preserve the structure and every day reduced their strength. Now, the Ottomans tightened their encirclement on the last Roman city. They pushed forward and blockaded the harbour. This was a body of water called the Golden Horn. Then, Constantine's defenders stretched a massive iron chain across the mouth of the Golden Horn to prevent the attacking ships from entering. Mehmed responded by dragging vessels overland and relaunching them behind the defending chain defence. The city was no longer protected by geography. It was surrounded by Mehmed. After weeks had passed, then exhaustion deepened. The walls weakened faster than they could be restored. On May the 29th, before dawn, the final assault began. Wave after wave advanced towards the breaches, irregular troops first, then disciplined forces behind them. The fighting moved into rubble. Near the gate of St. Romanus, pressure broke through. A gap widened. Constantine XI removed his imperial insignia and moved towards the breach. He was never seen again. Sunrise the next morning, Ottoman banners stood over the city. Now the last remnant of Rome is gone. The empire that had evolved over 1,000 years had reached the point where there was no reserve behind the walls. Gunpowder created an opportunity for Ottoman's ambition, and it made medieval defence quite useless. Mehmed entered the city as the new ruler. Constantinople did not vanish. It became the capital of a rising empire. But the Roman state ended where it began, in a city defined by walls. They had held for centuries, yet still they could not hold forever. 1453 was the moment Rome's decline met the final advancing force. The last emperor of Rome never escaped. He stood where the walls were falling, and when they fell, Rome fell with them. If this took you back to the moments that Rome fell and the moments that medieval history changed course, please leave us a message in the comments.